Hello, my name's Bond, Richard Bond, and this is Curmudgeonly Yours, a show on Society Bites Radio, part of the Radio Ear Network family, supplying social interaction for the mind and soul. The introductory and concluding music to this show is La Polonaise by Wieniawski, played by Max Bond. I am your host and curmudgeon, where everything is what it seems. Nothing is what it seems. And what is not said is often of most interest. The program today is the radio play, The Capsule, by award-winning producer, director, and screenwriter John Lagerholm. You can find this radio play on YouTube, Domain of Terror, /episode 2, The Capsule. I interviewed John Lagerholm last month. John Lagerholm is an award-winning screenwriter, producer, and director who was recognized by ManaSota Films, that's with a capital S, as Person of the Year in 2016. As the primary creative force behind the neighborhood film series, quote unquote, John wrote and directed over a dozen comedic short films interconnected by a variety of distinct characters and locations. The series was screened in totality at the 2017 Tampa Bay Underground Film Festival, as well as broadcast on the Tampa Bay Arts and Entertainment Channel, TBAE. In 2018, John wrote and directed the short films Sleep of the Abyss and SLEEPLICKER and produced Shared List. John is also a writer, director, producer for the audio series Domain of Terror, which adapts classic horror comics from the 1950s into audio theater for podcast listening. As the writer of The Capsule puts it, what does a man think when he is going to die in the electric chair? Of his crimes? No. Of his life? No. He thinks of escape. This is the story of such a man. Dr. John Kiley puts faith in his science when he consumes his experimental drug as part of a daring escape. In this segment of Curmudgeonly Yours on Society Bites Radio, there will be no interview. Instead, we will be following up on last month's interview with award-winning producer, director, and screenwriter John Lagerholm by listening to his audio play, episode number 2, The Capsule, adapted from the horror classic, The Domain of Terror. We are going to listen to The Capsule right now, like we used to do with old-fashioned radio plays. No pictures and no distractions, like we did with The Lone Ranger and The Shadow Knows in the past. We sat in a big armchair on a Saturday morning with the blinds drawn and just listened to the terrifying sound effects, the eerie bell and unnerving bass guitar, to these very experienced actors' voices, to the ghostly bookkeeper, to Dr. Kiley's apple-polishing mother, to the sarcastic prison guards, and to the malevolent Dr. Kiley himself, talking to this horrible, squeaky rat. And when you're finished listening and want to read and hear a comic book at the same time, please look up The Domain of Terror, episode number 2, The Capsule, on YouTube. But right now, sit back, put your feet up, and listen as we go back in time.
Hello, welcome. Looking to find a good story, I see. Please feel free to browse my shop. As you can see, we have many books to suit all tastes. Ooh, comic books, you say? Ah, a patron after my own heart. Yes, we have a tremendous selection of comics. Here, try this one. I'm sorry, it's a little dusty, but I think you'll enjoy the tale. This one tells the story of Dr. John Kiley, and his last few hours on Earth. Here, please, read. You'll find that a man's final hours on death row are just a small obstacle to his ultimate fate.
Mr. Kiley, it is obvious to this court that you have no remorse for your crimes. As a doctor, your contributions to the worlds of health and science may have saved lives, but your reckless and unnatural testing will now live in infamy. It is obvious from your journals that you never saw your victims as humans. To you, they were no more than the lab rats on which you unsuccessfully tested. I can assure you that although you have no remorse, that does not mean you have no consequence. I sentence you to the fullest extent of the law. You will be put to death at the stroke of midnight 3 months from now. Although to many, that may seem like a small punishment for your crimes, I assure them that you will not rest at the hand of your Maker, but instead shall burn eternally damned in the depths of hell.
Only 24 hours left and still no word. She better come through for me.
You talking to yourself again, dog? Maybe you're talking to the rat.
Damn rat. It's bad enough I have to be locked in the cell without rats coming to mock me on my last day, you son of a bitch. Get out!
Carly, lights out. You want to end up in solitary?
Take it easy, copper. Give him a break. Them bells just chimed Doc's last day.
You be quiet, Murphy, or I'll throw you in solitary too.
Why don't you exterminate the damn rats in this place?
We will. Tonight, starting with you. Now shut your mouth before I shut it for you. Good enough. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed rats bite, Dr. Shrink.
I hate that name.
At least you only have to put up with him for one more day.
You weren't kidding. I'll be a free man.
You'll burn in hell, just like all of us.
You'll see.
Sweet dreams, Dr. Shrink. Doom bell's ringing, Doc. Only 12 more hours to go.
Shut up. I know what time it is.
Now you getting antsy, Doc?
I'm waiting on something. I'm running out of time.
I don't think the governor's gonna be giving you a pardon. I wouldn't be surprised if he throws a switch himself.
It's not that.
Won't file on a cake?
No.
Then what, Doc?
I'm running out of time. I don't think she's going to come.
Carly. Hands out. You better be on your best behavior for Mother. Table 5.
Oh, Johnny, my Johnny.
Mother, please.
I've got to kiss my Johnny.
I know, but we don't have much time. Come on, to the table. Let's sit at the table.
My own son can't even hug me. I hate those chains.
Me too, Mother. Me too.
I'll get that guard to take them off.
Mother, we don't have time. Did you bring it? Did you bring it?
Yes.
I knew you would. Thank you.
I don't think this is right, Johnny.
You said on the phone you'd do it. You told me you'd help me get out of here.
But I don't think it's going to work. You never had a successful test on humans.
But the science is right. It works. I've seen it work in the lab.
Only on the rats, honey.
What's the alternative? I have less than 12 hours until midnight, and the capsule takes 10 hours for full effect.
But what it did to all those people.
The test subjects?
Your attempt to miniaturize them. To make a capsule that would shrink them down. It wasn't right.
It works, Mother. It works.
It didn't work on them. It turned them inside out. It was awful. Horrible. They were people, John, and they died painful, terrible deaths because of your experiments. I just don't want that for you.
But it works. I know what I did wrong. If you did the calculations I told you, this time it will work. I can get out of here, Mother. I'll come to you when I get out of here.
I did the calculations.
Where is it?
Here.
Is this a joke?
I baked it into this brownie. You used to love these when you were a child. You remember, don't you, Johnny?
It's supposed to be a capsule.
They never let me in here with a capsule, Johnny. I baked it into this for you.
What do you have there?
Mother, please.
It's just a brownie I baked for my son.
He can't have that. Give it to me.
But it's his favorite. It's his last request.
Doesn't matter. I'll run it by the warden, ma'am. You got 2 minutes, Doc.
Officer, we have just a little time left. Would you please do a mother a favor and uncuff my son? I would like to hug my son.
Well,
Please? One last time. It's his last day. Please.
He can't, Mother. He can't.
Johnny.
Sorry, ma'am. 2 minutes.
Look what you did, Mother.
Johnny.
It's your fault.
Johnny. Maybe you do deserve it, Johnny. For what you did to those people. Maybe you will burn in hell after that chair kills you dead.
I'll see you, Mother.
Time's up. Time to go, Dr. Kylie.
Goodbye.
Please ask the warden.
I will, ma'am.
Please. It's his favorite.
Let's go.
I still love you, Johnny. You're my only son.
Goodbye.
Get in there. Turn around.
You're not gonna ask, are you?
I'll spoil it for you. The warden ain't gonna let you have anything.
That clock just keeps on ticking, don't it? 9 hours to go.
Shut up, will you?
I wish I could see it. I always loved watching the eyes as the lungs take their last breath. I've never seen an electrocution, though. I hear sometimes your eyes pop right out of your skull. I think they put a bag over your head or something. You're a doctor, you tell me. Is that eye popping out thing real?
I don't know.
Well, you know what they say to do. To make it all okay?
What's that?
Well, there's 2 things they say. First, before they come and take you for that long walk, they say you gotta pray. Pray to Jesus. You do that right before they take you away, they say you'll be saved. You think you might try that, Doc?
No.